Welcome to the revealing of or unboxing of my first shipment from LiveGood. Now it is Monday, January 30th, 2023. I joined LiveGood on Thursday night, just 3, 4, 5 days ago. So basically we had Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, and I've got the package already. So I ordered 5 of the supplements. Now one of the amazing things with LiveGood is the price of the supplements. If you've been involved or researched any other network marketing or MLM company, you often realize that the products that they sell seem to be excessively expensive. And so I've been in some where I got multivitamins that were $60 for a month's supply of multivitamins, and they had a morning version and an afternoon version. So really it's $120 for those 2 bottles. I've had protein powders come in bags. It was $60 a bag for a monthly supply. So you're looking at about $2 per every serving. So they get very expensive because obviously they're sharing those commissions throughout the upline, and they're trying to cover that to make it sound like there's really big commissions involved. And obviously people that are way up end up benefiting the most. And so LiveGood is wiping that out and basically flipping the model with lower priced items. So all of these items I got from about $10 up through about $15 or $20. My total bill for 5 items, we're gonna say 5 items, my total bill was $103. And so that's normally what I would have spent if I had bought them at Costco or Walmart or my local grocery store. So I'm really excited that we have a system here now that is basically eradicating the model and flipping the model upside down that most people have been familiar with, and most people have basically stayed away from. A lot of people, if you try to offer them a $60 bottle of vitamins, they're like, no way, I can get that at the store for 15 to 20. Well, now you can do that and you can benefit, and obviously it's gonna help to feed a commission structure. So what you have to do right now, if you don't want to listen to me and don't want to watch the rest of this unboxing, just go down and click the button right now. You can take a tour of LiveGood or go to joindavegardner.com. Again, that is joindavegardner.com, and you can take that tour. But if you want to listen to me a little bit longer, I'm going to go a little bit in depth with each one. So again, this was just shipped. If I look at the date, it was shipped on the 27th. So the 27th was Friday. Like I said, I joined Thursday night, the 26th, and I put the order in that night. As soon as I joined, I put the order in, and I ordered 5 things. Now, before I open the box, I do want to let you know that there is a membership fee. If you want to become part of the downline and the matrix and actually have this run as a business, there is an initial registration fee of $40, and there is a monthly membership fee of $9.95. Now, after that original $45, then obviously you have the $9.95. Nothing else is ever required. You're not required to have any volume. You're not required to, have certain amounts of supply on hand. You're not required to have so much that you order every month. So again, that also flips the model of the network marketing company and typical system upside down. And so obviously, if you have this ability to become a business partner with me, then you can tell people about the products. You can earn commissions on the products themselves, because obviously we want to have some customers using these products. So I'm going to be testing these products out and telling people what I think about the products. It's going to take a while, maybe a few days, few weeks, until I maybe start to see some results personally on my end. Obviously your results might be a little bit different, and they're going to be different for every single person. So that amount, if you join, it is commissionable. So if I were to come in, obviously, and talk to you and sponsor you, I would earn part of that commission on both the $40 and the $9.95 per month, at least the first month. And then it goes into a basically forced matrix. We don't really need to get into those details. You just need to know that you can earn on the back end. The more that your team grows, obviously, the more commission potential you have. So the main point of this, again, I'm already a few minutes into this. Hopefully you are still with me. But I did get, like I said, I ordered 5 items. So make sure we're opening this the best way. We got some tape up at the top, at the bottom, and we will get into this. And so like I said, I ordered 5 items. You did have to pay for shipping. So shipping on top, it was about 4 pounds according to this. Shipping was about $17. Shipping by itself right now is astronomical. So I understand that the shipping, obviously is going to be pushed onto us. So the first one out is the LiveGood Plant and Complete Plant-Based Protein. That plant-based protein, it's not just your typical protein powder because it's actually chock full of vitamins as well. And so we have plant proteins and all the essential amino acids. We have pea protein, hemp protein, fermented protein, and amino acids. And when we look at this, hopefully maybe I've been able to finagle a pop-up while we're watching this and you can actually see some of the ingredients. Otherwise, check below, maybe at the blog, I've taken pictures and put them. But just taking a quick glance, we have vitamin A, we got vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, we got the whole B series, and folate, vitamin B12, biotin, so on and so forth. So this is not, the protein is not just protein, but it's protein in addition to almost being like a multivitamin. And each scoop, I believe there's 20 grams. Yeah, there's 20 grams of protein in each scoop. And this is a 15 serving bottle. So the 15 servings was actually about, I think it was $22 if I remember correctly. I don't know if there's a sheet. Actually, there is a sheet in here. Take a quick glance. Just to tell you the member pricing, the complete protein, $22. So I don't know if that will zoom in. You can see some prices there, and we have some great prices. But the protein, $22, and I believe it's $34 for your retail value. So if someone just comes in as a customer, doesn't want anything to do with multi-level marketing, but wants the great products, then they have the ability to get it at retail. But as a member, if you're paying that $9.95 or $9.95 fee, then you get the discount. And pretty much every single product is discounted about $10. But again, this protein, only $22 for a member. Now, obviously this is a little bit smaller than maybe what you're getting because it's only 15 servings. But even if I doubled it, to 30 servings, it's $44 a month. If I were going to do that, that's still cheaper than what I was paying in that other company where it was at least $60 for a bag of powder and just protein. And that was just straight protein. Okay, that wasn't protein with all the extra added nutrients. That was just straight protein. So a couple things to keep in mind as well. And I think I noticed this the other day. This also has fiber as well. Also great to have in your body to increase that intestinal flow, increase things moving through your body better and moving through and, not having you have stuff backed up. But it also helps to pull out things like cholesterol and maintain just normal body functions. And basically it slows things down as well so that maybe your blood sugar levels aren't peaking and crashing, but going relatively slow. So first one again is the protein. Look forward to doing that. And this comes in vanilla. Okay, I'm not sure over time they're going to be adding more products in. Maybe they'll come up with a chocolate because chocolate is also very common in the protein field. All right, the next one is the Super Greens. And the Super Greens, I believe the Super Greens, the Super Reds, my Energy Endurance, those were all $18. Super Greens, I had a bottle like this, very similar size and shape. Probably got it on Amazon and it was probably $20 to $25. Okay, that's just from Amazon for generics. So if you have the ability to get something similar and comparable from a company like this and earn commissions on the top and have a team, then it's a win-win-win situation where, again, if you were to get Super Greens from another company that was MLM based or network marketing, that same Super Greens might be $45 a container, okay? And again, I'm saying this because I've seen it from personal experience, how expensive these things can be. And so our Super Greens, we got things like alfalfa, wheat, barley, oatgrass, chlorella, sorry, can't read there, the micro print. We got spirulina, we got moringa leaf, aloe vera, and then there's a series of other things, okay? So you got all the greens that are in there giving you just chock full of nutrients, great way to start your day. It's organic, vegan, keto-friendly, gluten-free, obviously. And again, these are gonna be things that I'm gonna start to switch up a little bit. In the mornings, I like to usually have a little supplement and possibly some fiber pills, maybe an energy booster, just to get me going through the day. I don't wanna have a ton of food in my stomach in the beginning of the day, like a lot of carbs and cereal like I used to, because what happens midday, I get like a crash. And I teach full-time. I'm a full-time high school science and chemistry teacher. And so I'm on my feet all day or for most of the day. And I want to make sure that I have that energy to keep me going through until the next meal or even through later in the day. And so having certain things like this, I'm going to be better off to start my day instead of just a bowl full of cereal. All right, so the Super Reds, the next one, the Super Reds, again, also $18 for the retail. And most of these, I believe if it's 18 for the retail, it's usually about 28, 27, 28, give or take for the actual retail. I'm giving you the wholesale values, wholesale prices. So if you're a member, you're gonna get the wholesale price. If you're retail, obviously you're going to pay a little bit more. So super important part to point out right now. If you were not a member and you bought two things, and you bought them every single month, you have to realize that you're kind of losing money. And so what we have to understand is that every single one, like I said, the retail compared to the wholesale, I'm paying wholesale. The wholesale price is about $10 less for each bottle. So right here between these three bottles, and like I said, I got two more in there, I saved $50 compared to buying them on, from another client or from another distributor. And I saved $50 by saying and becoming a member, I should say, and spending that extra $9.95 a month. I was able to get the retail pricing on each. So it's an advantage to you to become a member, and they have a 90-day bottom of the container guarantee. You might not take one of these every day. Now this right here is a 30 serving size. And this one right here is a 30 serving size. So maybe you do one of these in the morning and one of these at night, or maybe you do, both of them the same. Like I said, maybe you double them up and maybe it's every other day. Maybe you do one green one day, one red another day, and flip flop. So maybe this lasts you 2 months, okay? So you might not be buying, obviously, everything. It's all dependent on how much you like it and how fast you like to use it and drink it through. Likely, I'm gonna try them all in the beginning. I'm gonna try them every day and see how they work. So your Super Reds have alfalfa grass, we got barley grass, we got beetroot, we got hawthorn berry, oat grass, spinach, pomegranate, grape seeds. And so again, chock full of other nutrients that come from different types of plants. And so as we go through, a lot of this, one is the Reds are focused on cardiovascular health and circulation, sexual health, brain and cognitive function, where the greens are more for immune protection, energy recovery, stress and support, digestive health. So it helps to and makes sense to do a little bit of both. So like I said, maybe one in the morning, one in the afternoon, mix it up. After your workouts, obviously, or a little bit before your workout, go with the protein. Now, another one up there, multivitamins. This one right here, 60 capsules are in here. And a key thing that I want to point out that I paid, and I'm hoping this will come in to focus, but it's the top one. Okay, these are my vitamins. Hopefully you can read that it says vitamins for men. $9.95. That's pretty much what you're gonna pay if you go to Walmart or a drugstore or Costco. And what happens is a normal bottle like this, if you get that, and I've had experience from another company, this bottle that was a 60 capsule, or basically it's a 1 month because the directions say take 2 capsules daily. So this becomes a monthly bottle. That monthly bottle in the other company costs $60. It probably only cost the company $10 to make, but what they do is they then obviously ramp up the price, and then they get people to communicate obviously with their downlines, and people are buying volume, and they're trying to reach these magic numbers every month, month after month, and it becomes very expensive. And that's why maybe a lot of people don't have the ability to join that business in the first place, because the amount is unreachable, it's unobtainable. But when we think about $9.95, that's a relatively low price point that anyone can probably really get out there and start a business with. Whether it's just the $9.95 to join the company per month. And again, that's after a one-time $40 fee. And then we have $9.95 a month just to become a member. And then if you want to try it, obviously you could try with just one different thing a month. Try just the vitamins one month, or maybe try the protein another month. Depending as you go through, maybe your budget is really limited. And one of the things to consider, obviously, if you're on your last $50 or your last $100, obviously take care of yourself first. Don't worry about the business. Take care of the business when the business is obtainable for you. Okay, or maybe you have to get another job. Maybe you got to do some work on the side. Maybe you got to pick up a paintbrush and start painting someone's house. Maybe you have to go collect metal and bring it to the scrapyard and sell the metal. So there's a lot of things you could do. Maybe you have things in your house that you don't use anymore, and you can go on Craigslist or you can go on eBay and you can sell those things and then take that money and invest it back into your business and watch that business grow as you continue to take action. So our multivitamins, this one is really, really small. I'm not even going to pretend to read this, but again, I do see some vitamin A, vitamin Bs, the B12, very similar to probably what we saw in the combo with the protein. So depending on what you're looking for, what I would highly recommend doing is taking a look through the website. So again, go to joindavegardner.com. Again, that's joindavegardner.com. And you can actually get a tour and you can actually get access to the website, and you can get inside the website and actually see everything that's in there. If you look below, hopefully there's another link. I did a full tour of all the things that you can see. But one of the things that you can do is you can go to the store and the shop, and you can actually look at a comparison value of not only what the price point is for the retail versus wholesale, but you can also click the Learn More button. When you click the Learn More button, there's two major things you're going to see when you click that button. Number one is you're going to see images of all of the ingredients. You're going to see an image of, maybe the main directions, what you're going to take, and then there's basically another one of the whole label. And so what you can do is you'll be able to zoom in and see what those ingredients are a little better. So obviously check out the ingredients on the vitamins and the super greens. Check out what's on the protein. Again, this is a plant-based protein. It is not whey, it's not animal-based, it's plant-based. And that's another huge thing about this plant-based one that I want to share with you. Plant-based protein is usually a lot more expensive than animal-based protein. And so again, at $22, that's a phenomenal price compared to, going in with another company where maybe their plant-based proteins are $30, $40, $50, $60 and upwards and higher. So the multivitamins, they have them for men and for women, formulated slightly different because again, men and women have different physiological makeups, different hormones, different chemistry. Therefore, they may need some different ingredients to help supplement things that they will modify and be lost throughout the year. For example, obviously women go through menstrual cycles. So during that loss of blood, obviously they're going to need to replenish the iron that was lost in that process. And so the women's version actually has iron in it as an additional product. So just to, again, share with you what we've had here again, $22, $18 and $18 for those two, and then $9.95, okay? So again, these are prices you're gonna see at the grocery store. I was on an auto ship with Amazon, and if I mentioned this earlier again, I apologize, but I was on an auto ship with Amazon for a green drink in the morning, and I was doing it every morning, taking some other supplements, some fiber pills, an energy booster, and I believe it was getting up to upwards about $25 a month, and that was because I had it on auto ship, and I had a discount because of the auto ship. One of the key things again here with LiveGood is that they don't require an auto ship. Assuming you're a member, again, at the $9.95 per month membership level, again, there's a one-time $40 fee just to become and join the system and become an affiliate. So I just want to throw that out there, full transparency. But again, if you consider the price point at $18 relative, if you were to just come in at the wholesale versus retail, the wholesale is $18. Retail is going to be maybe 26 or 27. So that's similar to what you have and what you might spend at Amazon. So if you, again, join as a member, you're going to get great prices in the process. And the last one, the bottom of the box. So we finally made it to the bottom of the box. We have the Energy, Endurance, and Electrolytes, the E3. Now, one of the things I want to point out, this one is actually a limited time offer. There's currently 3 items that are limited time offer. Sorry, I can't even spill it out. It may stay and may turn over to another offer and become permanent. And so the thing I want to point out is the CEO, Ben Galinsky, was actually responsible for creating other MLMs in the past. And so if you've ever heard of the Skinny Body Care company, this was one of the main things in Skinny Body Care. And so in Skinny Body Care, they might have charged more. They drastically flipped the model on this with LiveGood. And again, $18 is what I spent on this. He's got two other products in there. One is a lotion or a cream, and the other one is like an anti-wrinkle serum. So both those other two products are for youth. And when they were in for Skinny Body, they might have been $50, $60, or upward $70, $90. And now they're at, $10 to $30. So the price has drastically been flipped. And again, it's a huge thing when it comes to the concepts of LiveGood. LiveGood is flipping the model in MLM with having an extremely low entry point. Again, it's a one-time $40 fee, and then it's $9.95 a month. So your first month is actually $49.95 because the registration and processing, and then the $9.99 or $9.95, and then every month thereafter, $9.95. If you sponsor people, if you sponsor two people, you've basically got that $50 back from that first month, because of the $40, 50% of that is commissionable. So if you sponsor your first member, you get a $20 payout. If you sponsor another member, another $20 payout. But you also get 50% of that first month. So sponsoring two people, relatively easy, or should be easy again at this price point. There's a lot of people looking to get into home businesses right now. You've got inflation that's skyrocketing. People are used to working from home after the pandemic of COVID, and they want to continue. They realize they can work from home. They want to go out there and experience things. They don't maybe want to be tied to a desk. Like I said, I am a full-time teacher. I have taught for 20 years. Obviously, I would love to retire myself, and that is the goal, to retire myself, to travel around the beaches of the world, as they say. But I really just want to be able to hop around, travel all over the place. Wherever there's internet access, I can pop on, I can communicate people, I can get on the phone because of, again, Wi-Fi and things like that, and I can run my business. And that's the big goal. And so maybe your goal is a little bit different. Maybe it's just to pay off and get a new car, or maybe it's to, help your kids go to college. And obviously those are all filtered in with my dreams as well, because those are going to be taken care of. I have 3 daughters. I'm a single dad. And obviously I want to have them have experiences that I had, and even more experiences. So the energy booster is the last one we have here. We have energy again, endurance, and electrolytes. This also is 30 servings. So what do we have here? We got more vitamin C. We got thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, B6, phosphorus, magnesium, sodium, potassium. So a lot of the materials may have an overlap, but obviously in certain combinations, they may cause certain things to happen. Maybe I'm going to get an energy boost. I'm going to feel a little more alert with this one. Obviously with the greens and the reds, it's going to help certain things more with my metabolism and my heart. Vitamins, again, regular daily processes. When we get to the protein, I am going to tear and repair. I'm going to go work out, and I have a program that I follow, that I lift with and I work out. And anytime you work out, obviously you want to regenerate that tissue that you broke. So you need protein, and protein available. Most people are protein deficient. If you think about your diet, you probably are not eating enough protein, and you're probably eating more carbs. Unfortunately, it's just the way things go. It's the easy way out. So you want to try to flip that and eat more protein, or get more protein in your diet. And it's not just about the muscle, but also protein obviously is responsible for cellular structures. It's responsible for antibodies and, helping fight infection. So you need to have protein in your diet. I don't recommend going and eating, a whole bunch of Big Macs and, Whoppers and getting your protein that way, because that's just processed meat. So you can get it a good way if you want to get it for something like this through plant-based and organic protein and organic means. Then you got a great plan here. So now what I want to do here, I'm going to spend just a minute and kind of just open these, just see what's inside a little bit. So we got the protein one first. Notice it's sealed. Okay, so we'll get that out there. So we see the powder in there. Okay, we got a little scoop that's at the top, and it's about 3/4 of the way. I don't know if you can see the shadowing here in the light, but it's filled to about here. So it's actually it's filled pretty good. I actually got a different container the other day. It's almost, I don't know if it's twice as big, but it was about a $45 container that I was testing out of a different one. And the funny thing is the container size was this tall, but it was still only filled halfway. So I was kind of disappointed with that, but it's supposed to be vanilla, has a slight vanilla hint flavor to it. So I will be mixing up a scoop of that later after I get my workout in and testing that out. So that might be in another video all by itself. So there's our protein with our vitamins. Again, we got 60 vitamins in a bottle. Notice each one is sealed so far, which is great. We got some cotton in there to help probably absorb moisture. There's also, see if this can come out. It's stuck in there. Well, there's also one of those little moisturizing packs in there. It got stuck and went to the bottom. So your vitamins, multivitamins, relatively small. So it recommends 2 per dose. So should be pretty easy to swallow both of these at the same time, depending on, again, how easy it is for you to swallow and take capsules. So relatively small. I've had some where the multivitamin, looked enormous. It was like a horse pill. I felt like I was going to choke when I was going to eat it. So those are a relatively nice size. Take a look at the reds here. And again, each one is sealed with the top. Smells good already. Nice berry flavor. Now this one is listed, it doesn't have a typical specific flavor or aroma that I see. It could be in the smaller print, but it does have a nice berry taste. Now, interesting fact here, and this could just be because of the scoops, might just be the bottle size that they had so they could fill in the labels. This one is, interestingly enough, and a lot of it is packaging, but notice it comes to about half full, okay? Now, just to throw that out there, you may see some that are a little bit bigger. You may see some that are a little bit smaller. Could just be in the processing, okay? But the scoop, each size you're serving, relatively small scoop in there. So it has a 30-day supply. So again, each one of these is worth 1 month, but it does have a nice little berry aroma to it. So that is the reds. For the greens, sometimes you get these and they're a pain to come off. These were pretty easy to take off. Okay, wasn't too difficult. And the greens, obviously, not to be funny, but they smell like greens. Greens don't really have a fruity aroma, and I believe there is one of those other powder packs in there just to keep it dry and to prevent moisture. But again, same size scoop. Okay, so relatively small scoops, 30 servings. Now each one, let's see what it says here. I know each one is 1 scoop. Let's see. Okay, add 1 to 8 ounces of water for the greens, and again, 8 ounces of water to the reds. So that's a really small amount of water. If you think about it, 8 ounces is about just a small cup, not your typical glass. That would be about 16 ounces. So a small cup. So if you're gonna do a regular glass, make sure you do about half of that. Or obviously a lot of shaker bottles have the markings. LiveGood does offer and has shaker bottles available for purchase. I would highly recommend getting a shaker bottle. If you don't have a shaker bottle already, get yourself a shaker bottle. And that way you can often see the markings and you can distribute it and mix it up as best as you can. So for the protein, that's also same thing. Mix in 8 to 10 ounces of water. You could probably use it in other materials as well. I'm gonna probably sample it in other things. I might sample it with some almond milk. I might sample it with some regular milk. I might sample it with, some other things in there that are, maybe some orange, or not orange, but maybe a strawberry, maybe a banana, and make kind of a smoothie. So, last one here, the Energy Endurance Electrolytes. This one as well, 30 servings, 1 scoop. And let's see what it says about the amount of water, if I can find it. Bear with me here. Need some theme music in the back, right? I am not seeing, oh, here it is, small print. Add 1 scoop again to 8 fluid ounces of water and stir. So pretty much 8 fluid ounces across the board here. Keeps things simple. Our last one, again, energy boosts, electrolytes. Replace things that are going to be removed, especially if you're working out. Depending on, what type of the country or what part of the country or world you live in. Maybe you're sweating more. Maybe you have more humid days or more dry days. If you're more active, then obviously you're going to want to get out there and replenish those things that you need. If you don't have the right electrolytes in your body, then your electrical chemical system doesn't work. I had an experience. I lived overseas. I was a Peace Corps volunteer, and I lived overseas in the South Pacific, so I was sweating all the time because it was so hot, 95 degrees every day, 100% humidity. And at the same time, I would also drink a ton of water. So I would just drink and drink and drink and drink. And I would have to go to the bathroom like every 20 minutes. Everything that went in, I peed out. It went in, peed out. So my kidneys were working great, but the problem is I started to have issues with the ticker, the heart. Okay, your heart is an electrical chemical device. And so if there's electrical impulses that aren't reaching one part, they stop and they mess up the flow and the heartbeat. So they mess up how things will contract and relax. And so I started getting things called preatrial contractions because my electrolyte balance was all out of whack. And so you want to make sure that you have the right electrical balance in your body. And so if you sweat, think about how your sweat tastes. It tastes salty. And so you want to get that sweat back in your body, that salt, not the sweat, but the salt should be back in your body. It's in there for a reason because it helps create the conductivity that happens in the body. So this one, not really much of a smell to it. Slightly, possibly like a little fruity flavor to it, but nothing much. Again, relatively small scoop. So 1 scoop, you're going to go in there and go through. And so this one, again, we got the powder down there. It's filled about, most of these, it looks like they're pretty consistent, filled about this much, which allows you to get in there and to actually scoop out. So again, we got the energy booster, we got the super reds, we got the vitamins, we got the protein, we got the super greens. Total bill, $103.76. Like I said, if I would have bought this anywhere else, it would have been 60 for this, 60 for this, that's 120. Maybe these were 40 and 40 just so we have simple math. So 120 and 80, there's $200. And this would probably be $50. So probably rounding out $250 worth of stuff if you're working with some other company, if you're not with LiveGood. And they often want you, again, to be on auto ship. They want you to have so much volume every month. And so if you don't want to be part of that process, if you don't want to have to worry about auto ship, if you don't want to have to feel like you have to have 20 of these sitting in your garage or in your basement or in your cabinet, trying to push them off on people. If you're looking for a new home and you're looking for a company that has the previous experience, so for example, Skinny Body Care, known worldwide and has members worldwide. Right now, these products are shipping around the world. I electronically emailed the corporate company and I said, hey, I've been in other scenarios where maybe certain countries were blocked. They either couldn't join the program or they couldn't get the products. And I said, is there any countries that are blocked right now? Their response was, we are shipping worldwide. So I welcome you to join, to give it a try, give it a shot. I would highly recommend you testing these so you have your own experiences. Obviously, I'm gonna have to go make some. Maybe in a different video, we'll see my take on each of those little pieces of my new box and my new shipment. And I will be continuing to delegate certain things out there. I'll be telling things, I'll be journaling and sharing the story of the journey with LiveGood. And so I highly recommend you at least get in and take the tour. It doesn't cost you anything to take the tour. All you have to do is go to joindavegardner.com. Again, that is joindavegardner.com, or you can look below and click on the link. And I welcome you. I will be in touch once you become a member. In any way that I can help, I'd be glad to help. Oh, and one last thing. If you stuck along, we're at 35 minutes right now. Props to you. But if you stuck along this far, I am actually sponsored by the #1 enrollee in the whole company. Okay? So at the time of this video, the person who is #1 and basically has almost twice as many sponsored people as anyone else, he is actually creating a system and a funnel system. So if you're an online marketer, you're familiar with funnels, he is creating a funnel that will work, that will lead people from a generic group of traffic into a funnel that just basically introduces people to online business. And then at the back end, he's going to do follow-up for us that leads them into LiveGood, and then also leads them into a couple other streams of income that you can actually join that will complement your progress in LiveGood with things such as your email automation system, generating traffic, and some other things that could happen down the road. And so that is actually coming out very soon. Again, it's January 30th, 2023. So all I have to say is take some massive action. Click the link below, or again, go to joindavegardner.com. If you have any questions, just leave the comments below. Or once you join, you'll probably see my details. You can email me, you can text me, and we will be in touch. Any way that I can help you out, I will help you out, all right? So I look forward to seeing your success, and I want to see you on that leaderboard as well, and I want to see you pass me on the leaderboard. All right, take care.